Howdy! This is Mike Lucy here from Ava Elite. Today's tutorial is going to be Ava Leads or Ava Lead Ads 201, creating a Facebook lead form. This is the first of 3 trainings or tutorials. The other 2 are Ava Lead Ads 202, creating a Facebook lead ad, creating the actual ad itself. And then finally, Ava Lead Ads 203, how to connect your lead ads to a CRM. So before we get started, what I'd like to do is share with you a screen. The screen is a screen capture of results from our business manager, our Facebook business manager for a client. A couple things to note right here. In order for us to do a side-by-side and apples-to-apples comparison, what I did is I isolated or I filtered out messenger objective ads and lead gen ads. So the first row here in blue is a messenger objective ad. Messenger objective ad is an ad that you run with the specific objective of getting people into your Facebook business page messenger. As you can see right here in this column, cost per result, for this client, we pay about $1.75. We pay $1.75 to acquire new messenger conversations in the inbox. Please note, this is not necessarily a lead. It's simply a conversation that's been started. We find that about 15 to 25% of the people that land in Messenger can be converted into a fully qualified lead. So the total cost for a Messenger lead is somewhere in the area of about 10 to 12. We've seen as low as 6 and as high as 40. It's also important to note that a Messenger objective ad is typically of higher quality than a lead ad. It's been warmed up through a conversation in an inbox versus a lead ad. A lead ad is simply someone seeing an ad on Facebook, clicking it, submitting their information, and then wiping their hands, moving on. It's not necessarily as warm. However, the costs are much less. As you can see in this column, cost per result, our results range anywhere for this client from $4.08 to $8.34 per lead ad. You see in the column results, we've had quite a few number of leads. All right, so let's get started. And what we're going to do once again is we're going to go through the process of creating a lead ad. A lead ad form, that is. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to navigate to your Facebook business page. So right here represents what you would be looking at, similar to what you'd be looking at on your Facebook business page. There's 3 prerequisites and a 4th, not necessarily prerequisite, but thing that you should do in order to effectively run Facebook lead ads. Number 1 is have a developed Facebook business page. We're going to be using, for the sake of this example, the Ava Messenger lead generation for real estate agents page. Second and third things are, on your website or somewhere with a link, you should have a terms of use and a privacy policy. So very important, as they're going to be entered as links in the lead ad form later. Finally, we highly recommend that you have a CRM to manage and organize the follow-up of leads as they're submitted on Facebook. A lead without a follow-up system is very, very unlikely to convert over the course of time. So the CRM becomes ultimately very important. There's other trainings, courses, tutorials, content, videos, so on and so forth that talk about follow-up systems and CRMs. Feel free to search the Ava Elite site and look for other content that talks about CRMs and follow-up systems. All right, let's get started with creating our lead ad form. Navigate to your Facebook business page and then go to the Publishing Tools section. Once you're in the Publishing Tools section, scroll down to the Forms library. Click Forms library, and then in this section here, you'll want to select the Create button. Please note that you can only create a lead ad form on desktop. You are not, at this point in time, able to do this on a phone or a tablet. So we're going to select Create. New form. There's 2 options here, new form or duplicate an existing form. We're going to create a new form. But one important thing to note here is that you cannot edit a lead ad form once it's been published. The only way to edit it is to duplicate it, make adjustments, and then republish it. So for that reason, we recommend that you thoroughly review your ad before selecting Publish. We're going to click Next, and then we're going to be prompted with 2 options, more volume, higher intent. This is very simple. Do you want more leads or do you want better quality leads? We're going to select more volume and move on to the next section, intro. For the intro, what we're going to do is add the headline. The headline goes right here where it says headline text. We're going to assume right now that we're going to be creating a lead ad for an open house list. We're going to be publishing a lead ad for consumers and potential buyers of people that are looking to move. So we're going to type get your open house list. Now, I recommend you make the headline brief, but yet informative. So get your open house list. I'm going to put 4 here, and we're going to qualify it with your geography or area. So I'm going to put Metro Detroit. I don't like how this went onto 2 lines, so I'm going to shorten it, and we're actually going to do Livonia here, assuming that will fit. It does not fit. Your open house list for Livonia. There we go. It all fits on 1 line. This is just a pet peeve thing of mine, not necessarily something you should be concerned with. Next, we're going to have an option for image. Use the image from your ad. You can upload the image at ad time, or use an uploaded image to put in here separate from your ad. So I'm going to real quick show you an awesome little tip or tactic that we use, and a lot of people use, to create images for their Facebook ads. What we're going to use is a product called Canva. Canva has a free tier and a premium tier. The free tier is more than enough for you to create ads and awesome graphics for your Facebook ads. So what you'd want to do is select create a design, and we're going to use the dimensions 1200 by 628. Once again, that's what's recommended here, 1200 by 628. So we're going to put 1200 by 628, and we're going to click design. Then once you get to this point, because we're using one static image, you can peruse through these templates and find one that's relevant for you, or you can just use one big image. Because we're doing a list, it's a best practice to put multiple properties on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this template or this layout, which has one featured image and 3 sub images along the bottom. Fortunately, in my account, I have a lot of houses. So we're going to pick the houses that are relevant for our ad. And here's one here. So I select the ad and I put it in here. And then you can double click on the background and adjust it up or down. We're going to adjust it up a tad bit right there. I'm going to find another property, shove it in there. Find yet another one, put it in there. And in here somewhere, I know I have at least one more, if not many more. Put that one in there. There we go. Now you can put text over the imagery here. Not necessarily recommended, especially seeing how someone's already seen the ad and they've clicked into your lead ad form. This is simply a picture to warm them up, and then lead form itself. So from here, I'm going to click download. The file is going to be downloaded to my computer. It takes just a few seconds. Bear with us. There we go. It's been downloaded. We're going to go back to Facebook and we're going to upload our image that we had just created and downloaded. It's in my downloads folder. So I'm going to select that. It's being uploaded, and we'll shortly see a preview here. There we go. All right, so this next section is the layout or the description section here. So the content's actually going to be filled in here. We can use a paragraph layout or a bullet layout. I'm just going to enter 1 or 2 very simple sentences here. Complete the information below and get your custom personalized open house list delivered directly to you in email and or text message. Okay, we're done with that. So now we have the headline, the image, the description, and what we're going to do is complete our fields. What fields is it that you want to capture from your leads? Headline. We can put a headline right here, or we can use the default. Sign up by providing info below. So we're going to leave that as the default. A couple things here. These are the fields that you can actually put in your lead ad form. By default, it selects email and full name. We recommend disabling full name. We actually recommend disabling everything, because what ends up happening is Facebook places the fields in the order that you select them. So we're going to deselect both full name and email. Most CRMs accept not full name, but first name and last name. So we're going to select first name, then last name. As you can see, as we select them, they're displaying the fields in the order that we do select them. The next field we'd like is email. And finally, phone number. So if you're running an ad for an open house list, there's a couple things you can do at this point in time. You can ask for that information in the ad by putting in a couple additional fields, which we'll demonstrate here in a second. Or you can push the additional question asking off for your CRM or at the point in which you make the phone call to the consumer, to the lead. Our actual recommendation would be to do just that, is to not overwhelm the consumer with information right here. But that's completely at your discretion. We found you get better results by following up with the lead as quickly as possible via phone and or text and asking them the additional questions. Let's be honest. If you ask all the questions and you have all the information you need, what purpose is it that you have to call what additional questions can you call and ask of that person? So we recommend leaving a couple questions in reserve for you to be able to make that phone call, introduce yourself, and start the conversation with the potential client. So we're going to demonstrate real quick how to create custom questions. You do so by clicking the Add Custom Questions button here, and you're giving 4 options: short answer, multiple choice, conditional, or appointment scheduling. We're going to do multiple choice for the sake of this demonstration. Do you plan on moving in the near future? On here, you can put the different answers in. I do not plan on moving. I plan on moving the next month. We're going to copy this because we're going to change it out, and we're just going to swap the number of months out. So 1 month, 3 months, I plan on moving in the next 6 months. I plan on moving in the next 12 months. If you're going to ask a question, this is actually a great question to start with. You can see by default, it moves that first question up here into the first position. That's fine. We can live with that. So I'm going to leave that question in there for now. And you can see here are the options when we click the select. As we scroll down, the next part of the lead form is the privacy policy. The link text is whatever you want it to be. I'm going to put our privacy policy. And you take the link from your website. We have it right here. We hover over it, right click, do copy link address. We're going to put it in the link URL. That's complete. You can add a disclaimer here, like marketing opt-ins or legal disclaimers. Likewise, you can put a title text, and in the text you can leave a URL. This is not required, so we're going to deselect that for now. So now here's the thank you screen. This is what they see when they actually click the lead form and submit their information. There's a headline, there's a description. Here's an additional call to action button. In the call to action button, you can have view website, download. So if you have an artifact or an ebook or a PDF or something that you had offered to share with them, or just additional value that you want to share with your leads, you can select download. Finally, you can do a call business. Obviously, that only works on phones. Put the text in here and then the website link. Something that we do prevalently here is we do a view website, and then we do contact us on Messenger. And then we put a link to our Messenger bot in here. I'm going to show you real quick. So anyone familiar with a bot or anyone that's went through the Ava Elite bot training, I'm going to show you once again how to get a URL that will direct users directly into your bot. In the case of Ava, you gotta find the right page. There's a lot of Avas here. Take just a minute. It's gonna be the Ava with 569. There we go. So I'm gonna get the URL to go in our bot by going to our welcome screen, highlighting this, and then clicking the copy to clipboard, coming back over here and pasting that link. For the sake of sanity, I'm going to put https:// in there. Actually, it's not working. So there you go. Just copy and paste that in there. We're going to save. Real quick, let's go through settings. Settings, a couple things here. The form configuration, you're allowed to choose a form language, English, French, Spanish, so on and so forth. Here, sharing. This is very important. We recommend that you open your lead ads such that they can be shared. If you restrict them, the share option or share button on the ad when people see them on Facebook is not visible. So by selecting open, it allows people that do see your ad to share it. Finally, give it a name. I'm going to call this Ava Lead Gen Generic Open House List Form. I'm going to click Save, and then I'm going to click Finish. I'm going to refresh my screen, and we will see that the new ad is visible in our list. 1 second. There it is. Ava Lead Gen Generic Open House List Form. We're going to preview it. And this is what the ad looks like when someone this is what the form looks like when someone clicks the ad on Facebook. We're going to go through it and click it real quick. I actually plan on moving in the next 6 months. So there we go. My first name is pre-populated. My last name is pre-populated. My email is pre-populated from Facebook, and then my phone number as well. This is one of the biggest advantages of lead ads on Facebook. Lead ad forms and lead ads on Facebook is that it's easy and it's quick for people to submit their information. That's a great thing, but it also can be a bad thing. Because it's so easy and because it's so quick, what you'll find is a lot of window shoppers. So the CRM on the back end that you connect your lead ad and lead ad forms to becomes hyper-critical important for you to be able to disseminate and distribute information and nurture that lead through the process, because you need a good way to be able to discern quality leads from window shoppers. I'm going to click the Submit button. My lead has now been submitted. And that's all we have. So once again, we just completed the Ava Lead Ads 201 training, creating a Facebook lead form. There's subsequent training for lead ads, which are Ava Lead Ads 202, creating a Facebook lead ad, and Ava Lead Ads 203, connecting a lead ad to a CRM. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, or help at all with a Facebook lead ad, feel free to reach out to Ava Elite and or Michael Lucy at any time. We'd be more than happy to help you. Thank you. Have a great day, and we look forward to connecting with you on our next training.